And the first match in the men's competition, we'll have a look at Jurgen Rump against Stephen Greensides. As you can see, both bowlers had pretty good weeks here thus far, getting as far as they have. Jurgen from St. Catharines and Stephen from Scarborough. The winner is short of $750. First prize money in the men's competition is $2,000. And second place is $1,000, third $750, and fourth is $600. And Greensides will start it off. And a bit of an unusual situation here this year, Walter, in that, Stephen, this is the third year in a row that he's actually been the fourth highest qualifier to make the stepladder.
Well, he's been certainly fortunate to make it every year. It shows how consistent he is, and certainly we're going to see two contrasting styles with the fastball from Steve, and Jurgen is more of a finesse player, certainly rolls it out and tries to back it up a little bit, and that one certainly did.
Is it going to go for Jurgen?
No.
At an ocean.
Two solid days, Jurgen. 13:20 on Saturday, 13:12 today, and that's just over 260 each day. 348 today to help his score out.
And Jurgen's got the nice pickup, so he gets a mark. Both bowlers marking in the first frame.
Jurgen's been around a long time. He's, I don't know if you remember one time he bowled a score over 3,000 for 10 games in the O'Connor Open, and certainly been a master for many years.
Came to Canada in 1960 from Germany.
Represents from this area, St. Catharines, Fairview Lanes. Verna Bryan in the crowd. Dean McBride runs the place.
In fact, there are 3 bowlers in our stepladder today who are from St. Catharines.
Right, they know the lanes. I think they had a little edge on us. Jurgen's going to pin this up, and it's a slow start for him. And Greeny has got a lot more. Greeny, and that's, like I say, that's the nickname. Greeny has got a lot more enthusiasm. Certainly a very popular bowler. Finished second this year in the Masters Tour. A lot of natural talent.
As you mentioned, he finished second to Don Betts. I mean, Betts is like a Wayne Gretzky almost. I mean, he's not human.
he's been the bowler of the year 2 of the last 3 years, and certainly played very well. But Greensides, I go back to '83 when he was at the Canada Games, won a gold medal for Ontario that year, and that was pretty well the launch of a big career. And look at this, he's just he might ice this one early.
He gets down real nice and low, doesn't he?
Lays it out real easy, and he actually took a little bit of speed off those last couple of shots. And boy, 3 in a row out of the gate here is going to be tough to overcome real quick.
Leaves that left corner standing. Jurgen off to a bit of a slow start, especially when you compare it against what Greensides is doing.
Well, we haven't seen Sue was able to put 4 in a row together at the end of her game, and boy, this is a start. It's pretty disconcerting to face this right out of the gate, but he's a veteran. He's got to roll his ball out here, get his score rolling along, see if he can get a strike here. Certainly a corner pin spare, something that's going to build up his score, and hope Greeny can come back to him a little bit. No, he's not going to do it here. He's going to find himself in a real big hole.
Jurgen is a carpenter, used to frame houses. He did that for 18 years and now works for CNC Yachts in Niagara on the Lake.
Nice place to have the yachts anyway.
Perfect place.
Ooh, and that cuts through. What a tough shot that is.
Wow, one of the prettier spots in the province.
That's for sure. I'll bet that shot hasn't happened to Jurgen in the whole 10 games.
Let's see if he can pick it up. That's going to go gutter.
He's going to sit 68 in the 4th frame, and boy, Steve's just ready to jump all over him here. And boy, there's just a couple of shots he can just put this one away.
Good solid delivery, and that's the first penny that's left.
It's a good count. Going to put him 88 through the 2nd.
Got a huge lead.
Just piling it on here. You're going to have as many as 80 pins with a spare strike. And, Steve, who's been the Ontario Open champion, you know, you just don't give an Ontario Open champion, a fellow with his caliber, 80 pins to play with.
Oh, a little fortunate at that time.
That's right.
Almost hit it on the head pin, but because of the spin of the ball, knocked them all down.
He's taken something off his ball a little bit. He was certainly throwing it harder earlier when he defeated Ian Cameron. He played Tom Kyle, and he actually played Kyle in the game before television and got by him there. But
Well,
here's Jurgen sitting with 68 through the 4th. Now he punches a head pin here in the 5th.
this is going to be a tough game for Jurgen
It's
to
a
look
tough
back
game.
on.
He's got lots of problems.
It's almost this one was over in the first frame or two.
Well, it's unfortunate that it is. The certainly, you know, Jurgen's going to pick up some money here. He picks up $600, I guess it is. And like I say, even from the 5th frame, he's got 80 in the 5th, 305. He's still got a lot of game there. But if he's going to do anything about this, strikes are going to be the name of the game right now.
He's got to virtually strike out.
Well, like I say, a strikeout is 305, and I think 305 would win this game. But like I say, it's just that total is coming down with every shot. But let's spare this one up and let's see if Greensides can at least come back to him a little bit, maybe a couple open frames.
Jurgen had a 348 earlier today in game number 7 of the 10-game aggregate.
Yep. Just bowled, like I say, bowled strongly. Bowled 13-20 yesterday, 13-12 today, and the one game on TV, it's a little tough to put it all together here. Working on a strike, Greensides 148 through the 4th.
Now Stephen is just really sort of waiting for this game to end so he can take on the next competitor.
Oh, you say he's going to be looking at Ralph Eckert and then Matt Dragon, who's just dominated this thing right from the start. Matt, who started off with a 300 game, then a 400 game, and boy, that was a tremendous start for the tournament, and he just rolled right along.
So Stephen gets congratulations. That's one thing about bowlers is they're always congratulating each other.
Oh, exactly. There's certainly a lot of camaraderie, and a lot of times, you know, some of these national teams, we find ourselves as teammates with these bowlers, so you don't see, there's a lot of hidden rivalry, maybe, you know, where they've played a certain guy before and want to do it again, and you certainly don't see it on the surface.
Well, the first strike mark on the board that time for Jurgen Rump.
Yeah, it gives him a chance to take a look. 98 pins, and certainly in some trouble. The best he's going to is 290. And he's not even doing that now, so he's got
a little fortunate that time because it looked as if he was going to leave that right corner standing as well.
That's right. He gets a chop. I'm going to say this has been the toughest spare of the weekend, and but that one's no problem. Give us a chance here to look at some of the other bowlers that played this weekend. Roger Davies from Oshawa, 25.71. Doug Trotter from Bowmanville, 25.55. Jordan Craner from Jane Park Bowl-O-Rama in Toronto, 25.48. These bowlers were all in the money. There's Greenside just getting another strike and just adding it up. Bill Condor from Whitby, 25.40. Don Betts from St. Catharines had a big start here, 261, 296, 266, 1333 yesterday, and the last 3 games let him down. Could only play to 600.
Oh, is that, now how does that count?
That's going to be a down pin. They're going to...
That'll need a ruling, I presume.
Yeah, that pin's going to be ruled down.
You just ruled it down.
Pin is off its base, and therefore by the rule book is down. There's Andrea Harris, Steve's girlfriend. Not giving him any advice, but just certainly comfortable in this situation as Steve racks up some big scores.
Well, that's the kind of day it's been for Mr.
Well,
Rump.
Jurgen, he's just not carrying the shots, and like I say, I guess what Steve doesn't want to do is leave all the strikes in this game, because there's 2 more to be had here, and $2,000. This is just one step. This is just the first step of 3.
Well, the thing is, once you get into a good groove, you might as well try to maintain that groove.
Steve's going to do that. He's looking at 388.
And I thought that you mentioned at the beginning of the game, 305 might win this game.
I thought if Jurgen got to 305, he'd be in pretty good shape, but he's going to be more around the 205, and Steve's got 305 beat pretty good. Jurgen bowled one of my games here today. Bowling this one, he pins us out to go to 203.
And there it goes as he leaves that 3-pin standing.
Yep.
So he winds up with an even 200.
Even 200. The highest game bowl on the Masters Tour wins a trip for 2 anywhere in Air Canada. And while Greenside's 388 game won't be it, certainly this year, I think the number is 410 is the highest game we've had. But generally, if it's not a perfect game, it'll certainly be around, you know, in the 425, 440 range. Last year, Tom Patterson and Doug Trotter both had 435 games.
So what happens in that case? They go together?
Well, they both, no, they both got trips for 2, which was nice of Air Canada. And I know Tom at the end of July is going down to California.
Kick it off.
354.
Excellent game, however, for Steve Greensides, who easily takes game number 1 here in this stepladder format in the men's side. And he's assured himself of at least $750 as he wins by 154 pins. Stephen will now take on Ralph Eckhart in